Okay, hi, I'm Deb Marnie from Aussie Maille. I really hope this is going live to you guys out there at the moment. I've got some new equipment and had to do a few little adjustments to our setup. So I'm really hoping you guys are actually seeing me. So if you're seeing me, please say hello. Oh, good. Hi, Carol. I'm glad you guys can see me. Oh, it's not warm here, Carol, believe me. Chris is sitting here with a blanket over his knees, and if it wasn't for the fact that the heater made so much noise, it would be on here as well. Hey, Kim and Shirley and Cheryl. Hey, Lisa, good to see you. Hey, Susie, Di, Margaret. Hello, Ray. Hey, Joe, good to see you here, love. I'm glad you can see me. You couldn't the first time I tried, so I'm really pleased it's going well. Yeah, I've got a new system and everything's in different spots and it all looks different, and I'm being a bit of a bar humbug about it. So
sound looks good, you look good.
Sound looks good.
Oh, sounds good.
Sounds good. You can all hear me. Dawn can't get the video to work. Chris? She refreshes. I don't know any other answer.
Refreshes.
Yeah, you're going to need to type that in. If she can't get the video to work, then she probably can't hear me. Good hey, point. Bridget from Germany, good to see you. Hey, Linda, Sonia, Kerry. All right, fabulous. Lots of yous here. All right, so we're running, this is the first week of June. It's come around really quick. So we're doing the Kitsune, and I have no idea if that's how you pronounce it, but that's how I'm pronouncing it. The Kitsune weave. For those that are in the Maille Club, you got rings to make up a bracelet and necklace. Chris's voice comes out better.
That's weird, because
the microphone's closer to me. It's on the other side of the room to Chris. Alright, well, we'll have to do some more playing with the microphone. Maybe it likes the deeper voice. I need to talk deeper. Like my man. Anyway, sorry. Okay.
I think I know what's happening.
You can see and hear me perfectly, Bridget. Oh, Bridget? Sorry. I'm echoey?
Yes. Yeah.
Alright.
I think I know what's happening, but it's nothing we can do tonight.
Nothing to do. Yeah, we've been playing around with it. We've been playing around with it a little bit today. I've only just gotten my computer partially set up. Finally got a new one after several years, and so yeah, we're still in the playing process, guys. Sit on Chris's knee. Yeah, that's not going to work.
The camera's over there.
Yeah, the camera's not anywhere near Chris. He's camera shy. All right, beautiful people. I will swap this over to the other camera, and we'll get this started tonight. All right. Okay. All right, so this weave is based on European 4-in-1, so it shouldn't be too difficult to do. Live, Ray! No one needs to see that, Ray.
YouTube gets upset.
Yeah, YouTube will ban us for sure. Although it might be a quicker way to make money.
I don't know.
All right, lovelies. I'll show you. I've lost my stabber. There it is. Okay, so this is the 14 gauge version, 1.6 millimeter diameter wire. The rings on the outside are 9 millimeters ID. The anodized aluminium, which are the pink rings here, are 1/4 inch or 6.35 millimeters. And the smaller rings here, the rhinode rings, are 5.25 millimeter ID. So that's the 14 gauge version. I mean, it's a huge big bracelet. I wouldn't wear it as a bracelet, but we've done that up just so you guys can see the difference. The 16 gauge, which is the bracelet version that went out to our Maille Club members. 16 gauge, 1.2 millimeter diameter wire. The ring ID is for the large rings, 6.75 mil. The Persian style AA ring, the light blue rings here, are 3/16, and the rhinode rings, the dark blue rings, are 5/32 or 3.97 millimeters. The 18 gauge version, this is the version that the guys have got as a bracelet. So it's basically just a longer version with a bit of an extension chain. 18 gauge, the large rings are 6mm ID. The Persian rings, these ones here, which is the black ice in this case, are 5/32 of an inch or 3.97mm, and it's 3.25mm that are rhinoed in there. If you wanted to put AA in there, you could put 1/8 of an inch, 3.18mm, that would work perfectly fine. And lastly, the 20 gauge version, 4.5mm ID for the large rings. The Persian rings are 1/8 of an inch or 3.18mm, and the little ones, the rhinoed ones, are 7/64 or 2.74mm. So that's all the sizes. If you didn't catch them, don't worry about it. They're at the bottom of the video. They're also on our event on Facebook. All of that's all written out for you guys. So if you didn't catch it on here, you can look it up there. Okay, so I'll make a start if everybody's ready. The 20 gauge is fairly pretty, Shirley. I'll be honest, the 18 gauge would be my favourite. I put this on my daughter because she's got a lovely young neck, and it looked absolutely stunning as a choker. Really, really nice, which is the length that the necklace is set at. It's more as a choker length. Alright, well, I'll make a start. So as I said, we're starting with European 4-in-1 as our base weave. So I've actually pre-closed up some rings. So if you're weaving along and you haven't pre-closed any rings, now would be a good time to whip a couple up. And you don't need to make this not any really much longer than what you want your end bracelet to end up being. It is a bit loose and floppy. This is much bigger than you would normally use European 4-in-1 for, so it's a bit loose. Okay. So just by taking 2 of your closed rings, for those that don't know how to do European 4-in-1, take 2 of your pre-closed rings and feed an opened ring through them. Put a twist tie through your single ring. You'll need it as a handle to hold on to and to keep this weave under control. Separate your 2 rings so that we're looking like mouse ears here. Make sure we've got our little mouse's forehead looking at us. Okay, we want this ring always facing us. We don't want it this way. Okay, and then with another opened ring, we go down through the ear on the right hand side, up through the ear on the left side. And before we close that, we pop on 2 more pre-closed rings and close that up. Okay. And then separate out those 2 rings again, so you're looking at your mouse setup again. All right, taking up another opened ring, feed that down through the ring on the right and up through the back of the ring on the left. And then before we close it, we pop on 2 pre-closed rings. So just make a piece of European 4-in-1 about the length that you need your bracelet to be. I'll just pop a couple more on. Once more. So down through the ring on the right, twist it around, come up through the ring on the left, pop on your 2 pre-closed rings. Okay, so once you get to the length that you require, just feed another ring through those 2 rings as you have been doing, but this time just close it up. Don't add any extra rings. And with the European 4-in-1, and especially European 4-in-1 as sloppy as this, because you can see it's not holding its shape. When you give the tug on that tail, it sort of brings it back into shape. So if you've got an extra twist tie lying around, I like to put it through that one up the top as well, so we can keep all our rings under control. Because if you just give it a little tug on both ends, it comes into shape for you. Otherwise, they can flip around, and you've got to fiddle around with them and make sure, excuse me, make sure that everything's lined up properly again. Okay. Oh, we've had a few extra people pop on while I've been busy.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Brizzy girl. And who else is here?
Brett.
Sharon, Brett, and Rita.
Yes, and Marita's just come back from her honeymoon from Japan.
In Japan, okay.
And so Kitsune got her attention.
Got her attention, as it would. All right. So once you've created your European 4-in-1 piece, and you've got that to about the length that you want your bracelet to be, what we do now is we want to line up our center rings here, and we want those to sort of, can you see how, we got this one here and this one stacking on top of that one, and then this one stacking on top of that one. That's the way we want to position our weave. Okay, so make sure you've got those center rings stacking on top as you go up your bracelet. Hey, Sue.
Yeah.
Sorry, Sue. Oh, and I've lost my ring and everything. Okay, so holding your European 4-in-1 in that. So I'm a little underprepared. As I said, we've been mucking around with computers today. And out buying Chris's birthday present. It's Chris's birthday tomorrow, guys. So I spent part of the day out buying birthday presents for him because we've been incredibly unorganised. All right, so once we've got this here, we want to take one of our 3/16, our 4.76mm rings, and we're going to feed it through this ring here, and we want to bring it up so that it goes through this eye just here. Okay, so hopefully you guys can see that. So through that first ring down the bottom there, and then bringing it up through that eye that's formed by our first ring on the right side and the next middle ring. I hope that's clear. Okay, and once you've got that ring in place, we need to do that on the other side of the weave. I find it easier if I just turn my piece around and this time go through the eye first and bring it up and come through that first ring down there. Okay. And we want to keep putting these rings in all the way up. Now you can do it all the way up, or you can do a couple and then add the rhino. It's up to you, whichever weaves best. I found I liked doing just a couple of rings and then putting the rhino in. I just felt it kept the weave a little bit more under control. To put the next ring into place, we're going to go back into this eye where we just fed this one, and we're going to then bring it up and come up through the next eye in the pattern. So we're going up to the next center ring and the next ring on the right. Okay, can we see that? I'll take that out. So we want it to go through this eye here, the one that we've already gone through, and we want to bring it up underneath so that it pops through this eye that's formed up here. Okay, so I hope everybody can see that okay. So through the eye down here, bringing it all underneath and bringing it up through the eye up with the next center ring there. Closing it up. Again, we need to put one over here on the other side. So I like to turn my piece around. Go through this eye here and then through the eye down the bottom. Okay, so if you can see that, there we go, that's in focus. And you just need to do that up your weave. So your next one will go into this eye here. It'll come up under and come out this eye here. Okay, just need to open up the ring, couple more rings. Alright, so through the eye that we've already gone through, going underneath all the rings in our weave and popping up through the next eye in the sequence there in the pattern. Closing that ring up. Okay, our work looks like this. So we need to put one over here on the other side, so we turn it around. Go through this eye here first, the new eye, and then up through the old eye. Okay. So is that clear to everybody? Hopefully.
For those who haven't been chatting.
Chatting, I was going to say, I think there's been more chatting than anything else, so.
No, I think people have
No,
been
that's
chatting.
fine, that's fine. I'm fine with this. I just want to make sure that everybody understands what I was doing, that's all.
So any questions?
Basically. Alright, so what I'm going to do now then, everyone's clear with that, or you're clear with that, Cheryl? Alright. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to skip this pair, this first pair. I'm going to come up to this second, oh, I've got it too high, sorry. Come up to this second pair of coloured rings, okay? And we want to come through this eye that's just here at the side. Okay, so we want to be picking up, I'm not sure I can hold this properly and get a good picture of it. We want to pick up the big ring that's on the outside, the small Persian ring, so we go straight through there, like that, and then we do the same on the other side. So we want our ring to go straight through there. Okay, so I'll do that with a ring. So we're picking up both the large ring and the ring that we just put in, the coloured ring that we just put in. So that's that bit there. I can get this closer without going blurry. And then working our way through to the other side and picking up the other rings on the other side in the same position. I think I've opened my ring up far enough. There we go. Okay. I'm closing that up. Okay, so there is the ring that we've just positioned. I'm having a little trouble with the focus point tonight. Okay. So the next one, we'll go up to the next rings, coloured set of rings in the sequence. And we want to pick up this large ring, so the next large ring, and that AA ring, and the same pair of rings on the other side. So we want it to go through there. Okay. So doing that on the chain, we go through here, pick up these 2 rings, continue through to the other side, and pick up those 2 rings on the other side. And close it up. Okay. I'll just put a couple more rings in here so I can show you again. So through this eye, up and through the next eye. Same on the other side. Go through the new eye, bring it down under, bring it up through the eye that we put the ring in through previously. I don't like this angle.
Yeah, I'll have to spend some more time adjusting.
Yeah, I don't like the angle. Having trouble showing them it's at the wrong angle. Alright, so to put this one in, we're picking up this big ring, the next big ring in this chain, because you can see this one we've already got one going through. So we go to the next ring, we go through that large ring, picking up the anodized aluminium ring and carrying it through to the other side, picking up the large ring over there and the anodized aluminium ring as well. Okay, so just straight through there, all the way to the other side, scoop it up. It is a tight fit, there's not a lot of playing around. It does squeeze your work up a little bit. And that's basically it. So I'm assuming everybody's okay with that. If not, you can rewind and watch. But that's basically the weave. Okay, so hopefully everybody got to see that. As I said, I'm a little unhappy with the camera angle because we've moved everything around. I hope that you guys could actually see what I was doing then. Yeah, are there any questions, or do you need me to do a little bit more or better camera angle? It is a nice weave. It's not particularly difficult to do, so I think you guys should be fine with it. As I said, I prefer to put a couple of, put these in and then put the rhino ring in rather than put it all in one go and then go back and do it again. But that's up to you guys. So if everybody's fine with that. Yeah, look, you could add, there's certainly no reason why you couldn't add beads. Give it a go.
And the necklace that you sent out is an 18 gauge?
Yeah, the necklace version is 18 gauge. So basically the necklace version is just a much longer piece with the little extended chain on it. But it really, this weave looks absolutely stunning as a choker. Really, really pretty. Yes, it is triangular, Shirley. It scoops it up just a little bit. I'm not sure if I can get it close enough for you to see. But as I'm coming in from the right side, what it does is it tucks that right ring, the large right ring, a little bit underneath the left ring. If you can see that there, if I can get that close enough. So it actually tucks it in a little bit, gives it a bit of a triangular look. But it's pretty flat on the bottom. There is a little bit of shaping in the bottom, but not very much at all. It sits very nicely on your wrist. But you can play, you know, with the different colours and everything. You know, you can put 2 or 3 colours in. This one's actually got black ice. It might be a little difficult to see. But this has got BA and black ice, whereas this has got the 2 AA colours. So you can have a little bit of fun with the colours and mix it up and get a little different look.
Rainbow one would be interesting.
It would be. It'd look lovely. It would look lovely. Okay, so if everybody's cool with that, I guess we're done.
Wind it up, and now we have to open up the...
Oh, you haven't opened up
No,
Maille
I'll
Club yet.
do it now as we speak.
So Maille
That's really
Club will
easy.
be open up sometime soon. As I said, we've been another really bad week. A little bit scatty. New computers, what can I say? It takes all your attention. The black ice actually looks stunning, Sharon. I just don't know if you're going to see it properly on the camera, but it looks, it's just so subtle. It's very nice. So some people did get a black ice version. I think I sent a black and black ice out from memory. So some people will have that in their kits. Alright, so as I said, Maille Club will be opening up shortly once Chris finishes doing that.
Give me time, I'm nearly there, nearly there.
We should have a newsletter coming out this weekend. Again, I'm a little bit behind on it. I'd hope to have it out by now, but there'll be a newsletter coming out maybe Sunday night if I get there. Depends on how long we celebrate Chris's birthday.
Hey, Deb, guess what?
What?
Maille Club's open.
Yay! Maille Club's open! And of course on Monday, because my diary's gone, Hyperlinks pre-sale is opening up, isn't it?
Yep.
Didn't we say Monday? My diary's not here, it's over there, so I can't check.
So what do we tell these people that at Monday? Have you put a Facebook post up yet?
No.
Okay. So this is the announcement.
So it'll go out in the newsletter and everything when I get...
So everyone gets a sneak peek tonight.
Michelle, you should have received a corrected email with the correct link. If you didn't, though, the picture in the email, if you click on that, instead of the link, you'll get the correct download. So sorry about that. We've had a bit of we had to do that between 2 computers because we were swapping things over and files weren't uploading and doing all sorts of things. So
We've had loads of fun this week.
it was a little messy, so we're really sorry about it. But the picture has the correct link. So if you didn't get the correct email, the second email, if you click on the picture of the original email, it'll take you to the correct link. Alright, so yes, so I believe Maille Club, Hyperlinks is Monday. I think we said Monday.
Yes. Sir.
So that will be opening up, and no, it's not a sale.
No, it's a pre. So you haven't explained anything
It's a
to anyone.
pre-sale.
Pre-order.
Pre-order.
That's confusing.
Pre-order. Yeah, not a sale, Dawn. Sorry, it's a pre-order, which basically means it's not the whole collection of hyperlinks, but nearly the whole collection of hyperlinks has opened up. Michelle has allowed us to offer pretty much everything that they sell in their kits to you guys without any minimums in place. You guys pre-order and we give you 2 weeks to put your pre-order in. Sorry, I'm forgetting most of these guys probably weren't here for the last one.
We did it last year, yeah.
And so the pre-order goes in after 2 weeks. Michelle puts all those kits together for us and sends them back to us. So this way it allows you to have access to kits that we wouldn't normally bring across. Obviously there's minimums and everything in place, so we can't stock everything. Michelle allows us to do this so that you guys can get access to pretty much their whole catalogue. So you've got 2 weeks to put your pre-order in, and we'll open that up on Monday. So it'll be the Sunday, we close it down on the Sunday of the second week. and then Michelle will take a couple of weeks to get all our orders together for us. But I will send out an email about that. Michelle's saying she got the second email but no link. Did you just fix the link in the second email?
Yes, but didn't it work? I will double
If you
check.
scroll down to the Michelle with that second email, he just corrected the link. But as I said, if you've got the first one, just click on the picture.
Yeah.
And that will give you the correct link for the download. And I think that's it, peoples. We're done. So don't forget, for those that have made this week tonight, pop it on Aussie Mailers so we can check it out, see what you guys do. If you add some of those beads, make sure you show us so we can see how sexy it
That'd
looks.
be good.
I'd like to see what you guys do with it all. The second one worked fine for you, Carol. Excellent. Yeah, sorry about the kerfuffle, but you know, it happens. Alright, well, I don't think we've got anything else to talk about. If no one's got any questions about anything, we might finish this all up. Bringing marshmallows out for the bonfire, that sounds good. Sounds very good. We haven't got any marshmallows, we're going to have to do that. Alright, beautiful people, thank you for joining us. We really do appreciate it. We will catch up with you next week. I haven't made a decision about what the weave will be next week, but I will let you know in a couple of days.
Anyone interested in workshops?
Yes, okay. Before I forget, is there anybody who, now this is in relation to MailCon, so is there anybody here who is interested in teaching a workshop at MailCon? Let us know, contact me, email me please. If you could email me rather than do it through the groups or anything like that. Just let me know if you're interested and what you think you might like to teach. And that'll give us a starting point to talk about it. Now we usually have a couple of tutors besides myself. I think we can have 4 different tables going at the same time. So if there's anybody who's interested in tutoring or holding a workshop at MailCon, email me, guys, and we can chat. Alright then. Alligator back. It'll definitely be one day, Shirley. I can't guarantee it'll be this day, but since you asked, I will give it a good look. Ray, sometime in October. At this stage, I still haven't booked a haul, so I can't give you a date.
Yeah.
But we're thinking the latter 2 weeks of October, somewhere in there. Okay. Alright, so you're fixing the newsletter up for Natalie?
Yep.
Alright,
So
beautiful.
just let them know I'll do it.
Alright, lovely peeps. So don't forget to email me if you're interested in teaching at MailCon. Let me know. Alright, well thank you very much for joining us tonight. Enjoy the rest of your night, and we will catch up with you next week. And for those of us that are in Aussie Mailers, I'll see you sometime through the week in Aussie Mailers. Alright, beautiful people, take care. Mwah! Bye.